Has your life ever been threatened at school? Halfway through the year, when two guys got in a fistfight over Clash Royale, our teacher, Ms. Wheeler, decided to give us all assigned seating. We all groaned when we couldn't sit next to our friends, and I got stuck in the back corner next to the quiet kid. Everyone avoided him because he was always doing something weird, and literally on the first day, he puts a note on my desk. I opened it and read, "Enjoy your last few minutes alive, loser." I just looked at him weird, and he was just sitting there smiling at me. I just tried to ignore him, until a few minutes later when another piece of paper hit my desk. This time, all it said was, "Look." I looked over at him, and he started unzipping his backpack. I honestly had no idea what he was about to show me, because he could have had literally anything. But when he reached in, I watched him pull out something metal, and after a second, I realized it was a handgun. He smiled at me, and I just immediately looked straight forward. I could instantly feel my heart start racing, because this kid actually had a real gun in class. Nobody had a clue this was going on, and after a few seconds, I could hear him writing another note. I heard it hit my desk, and I could literally feel the sweat forming on my head. I slowly opened this one, my hands shaking, and read, "If you scream, I'm shooting you." I didn't even look over at him this time. Everyone around me was starting to notice something was wrong, because I could literally hear the sweat dripping off my forehead onto my desk. What was I supposed to do? If I screamed and warned everyone, he'd for sure shoot me. But if I ran, I'd be leaving my classmates for dead. I felt like I wanted to cry, and all of a sudden I was getting looks from the people around me. I had to do something, and then it hit me. I could ask to go to the bathroom. I could just walk out calmly, get to the principal's office, and tell them to lock down the school. It wasn't a perfect plan, but it was something. I took a deep breath and raised my hand. "Ms. Wheeler, can I use the bathroom?" She barely looked up. "No, class is almost over. You can wait." Oh my god, I literally could not wait. "No, but I really have to go." I said it louder than I meant to. She finally looked at me, annoyed, but nodded. "Fine, just make it quick." I stood up, trying to keep my legs from shaking, and started walking toward the door. But just as I got halfway there, I heard his voice behind me. "Ms. Wheeler, I really have to go too. May I go as well?" My heart stopped. The teacher just shrugged and said, "Okay, make it quick." I walked out of the room, but I could hear his footsteps behind me. I started walking down the hallway, but I could see him following me. I was about to pass the bathroom and thought maybe I should just go in there. He'd follow me in and I could convince him to stop. But as I got closer, I made my decision. I passed the door and I started running. I had to make it to the principal's office, so as soon as I turned the corner, I yelled, "Gun! He has a gun! Someone help!" I kept running, kept screaming, but I could hear him running behind me. I thought I was going to die. I turned the corner again, yelling, "Help me! He's gonna shoot!" And I realized I was cornered. This was it. He was gonna come around the corner and shoot me. He rounded the corner, raising the gun at me. I was about to get shot when 4 SWAT officers came out from behind the lockers. They all grabbed him from the ground, and I just stood there shocked. They tackled him to the ground, pinned his arms behind his back, and had him in handcuffs within seconds. They knew all along that student was planning to shoot up the school, and they thanked me for leading him right to them. They told me I was a hero.